You got a girlfriend? You gonna talk about girls?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Well, we're not talking about girls. You got a girlfriend?
No, we can talk about girls though.
You don't got time. You don't got time for a girlfriend.
No.
Okay. All right. Welcome to Jacket Talk Overtime. Ramsey Stewart, LEB TV, and Jacket Nation Sports.
Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.
And guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm Jacob Clark. I'm a sophomore at Lebanon High School.
I'm Ethan Mustard. I'm a senior at Lebanon High School.
Awesome. You guys, golf season is in, quote, full swing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with this weather.
Yeah.
Finally. Finally some good weather.
Right. Course soaked, wet.
Actually, it's not bad. It hasn't. I mean, it was bad when this, obviously, a couple days after the snow.
Right.
But it's in pretty good shape.
They working the greens pretty hard this year.
You really can't do anything around this time.
Right.
You can't really cut them.
Right.
Because then you don't know what's going to happen. Like, if it gets cold, they're dead.
Yeah. So
But-
you got to wait.
They're rolling really good right now.
Really?
They're quick.
Last time I played, it was right after they had aerated them. So it was real bumpy and,
Yeah.
out of the little plugs. You got to watch that.
yeah.
I mean, that's coming up, which sucks, but it's got to be done so the greens don't die.
Gotcha.
But
So give me some, Jake, give me some outlooks on golf for 2025.
This season, I'm feeling very good about it. I think that our team is going to do very solid. I feel like we're going to have a lot of individual wins this year, and I think we'll have a couple team wins as well.
We're gonna poke fun at our buddy Levi, but he likes to say locked in. Are you locked in?
I am locked in.
You're locked in?
I'm locked in right now.
Gotcha. Ethan, you've been playing golf for what seems like ever.
Yeah.
You mentioned in our other interview, since you were 7 competitively.
Yep.
Going into senior year. Tell us a little bit about senior year and kind of how it's all coming together.
senior year, I mean, it's just been super easy in the classrooms, obviously.
Right.
But, senior, I'm chasing the state title.
State title.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, at this point, I feel like if we go as a team, we have a chance to take top 4,
Gotcha.
which gets the team trophy.
Okay.
So, I mean, I have a good feeling about that. We're definitely wanting our revenge at districts this year.
Tell us about that. Why? What happened?
So districts, we were, we had our best chance to go to state, and everyone kind of just it just wasn't a good day for everyone.
Struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I played fine. It's not like the guys played bad. It's just it wasn't what we wanted.
Weren't just getting those just that next level.
I just don't. Yeah, I just think everyone kind of. I mean, the course just ate us up.
Right.
Private course, we could only play once. It's
Right,
not like
didn't
we
know
could.
it.
It's not like we could go pay and play it.
Right.
And I mean, I think it just caught up with us.
Was weather a little rough last year for districts, or was that
It was
after
beautiful.
district?
It was beautiful. Weather was beautiful for districts.
Gotcha.
It was. I remember it was beautiful.
But I guess wasn't it state that there was maybe a bad day or something, or rain or something? Maybe that was the year before or something.
That was my sophomore year
Oh, gotcha.
at state.
Gotcha.
I am Monty Hayes, Community President at Mid-Missouri Bank in Lebanon. We have the best products and services with friendly faces you know as your neighbors. Our financial experts and community leaders live, work, and play where you do. In a world that is constantly changing, we have the technology and security to allow you to bank from anywhere. Our lobby and drive-thru is open 6 days a week at 278 North Jefferson, or visit us online at openaccounts.midmobank.com. Go Jackets!
So tell us a little bit about how you've been able to do as far as state in your other years, because you've been state medalist or state.
Yeah.
Okay.
State medalist twice, state qualifier 3 times.
Awesome. So
But
going for the 4-peat.
hopefully,
get to state.
hopefully.
Gotcha.
You kind of just take the approach to districts that you know you're going to have to shoot around.
Right.
I mean, I take that approach every year. I know I'm going to have to shoot around. I give myself 1 to 2 bogeys in districts,
Yeah.
and I mean that's okay. But if I make a double at districts, the next pin I'm gonna go firing at,
Right.
because I got to get that back.
Got to get it back.
But really, it's just it's the grind mentality. You got to
Yeah.
embrace it. you can't let one bad hole get in the way of your dream. So
Gotcha.
I mean, and that's what I think we embraced at conference last year.
Right. New
When we-
conference this year too, by the way.
COC, COC is going to be the same as our district.
Right.
So I mean, if we go and win a COC title, there's no reason to not win a district title.
Good deal. So you're a sophomore.
Yeah.
So last year, tell us a little bit about last year as a freshman.
I started out pretty rough, and I didn't do as good as I was hoping to. I had a lot higher expectations for myself,
Yeah.
but we went to conference, got the win there, which was great. But districts was rough for me personally. I know Ethan had himself around, but for me, I had a long day at districts. So
Golf. Why golf?
why golf?
Yeah.
I like how it's a individual sport. I mean, you're out there. If you're winning all on your own. But if you're losing all on your own. You can't go to someone to rely on them, which
Yeah.
is always nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Strongest part of your game.
I'd like to go with probably my approach shots.
Okay.
You know, I feel pretty deadly with a wedge or an iron in hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, we talking 5 or 6, or more like 9 pitching wedge, sand wedge type?
9 pitching wedge, sand wedge. I'm pretty deadly with a 7 iron.
What
So.
what part of your game needs most improvement?
Definitely putting. Everybody's putting game can always improve, and it's the most important part of the game. So definitely putting for me.
Gotcha. Ethan?
The strongest part, I mean, me and Trey have agreed it's my wedges from
Right.
like 120 to 50. I mean,
Gotcha.
I don't miss a green a lot from that yardage, and it's definitely helpful because most of these courses that we play early on in the year, you're going to have a lot of like 150 and below, like 150 to 120 in
Right.
to a lot of those greens.
Gotcha. What are some of the things you do to improve those?
I just work with my swing coach.
Okay.
So like every winter, I just keep like the feel of like that yardage.
Right.
So like the 50 to 70 yardage, you got to keep that feel all winter because like if you lose that feel, it's so hard to get back in like a week.
Right.
It takes like a couple weeks for it to get back. And I just think like the hardest part about improving your wedge game is judging the spin on the
Okay.
golf ball because different fairways have different kinds of
Right.
like backspin.
Gotcha. Get that where it sucks back into the hole type
Yeah.
shot? I had that
Little-
happen once.
Little Tiger Woods action.
Little Tiger Woods.
Little
action.
Tiger Woods
Speaking
action.
of Tiger, obviously it's been a rough few years, and then news broke yesterday: torn Achilles.
Rough 3 weeks for him.
Yeah,
You almost feel bad for the guy.
I think it's the arc of the Tiger Woods saga and career. It's been it's been everything. It's kind of experienced it all, so it's a little different. Favorite golfer?
Him. I mean,
Tiger.
Tiger. I mean, he's a role model.
Gotcha. Jake?
I'm a Jordan Spieth fan.
Jordan Spieth, man, he's kind of struggled a little
Yeah.
bit. He's kind of been he got up to the mountaintop, and then he's kind of struggled.
Yeah, it's
Wasn't he Under Armour's first golfer too, if I remember right? Yeah, I think
I don't-
Is he still Under Armour?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
still
still-
under.
Yeah, I think he was one of
But-
Under Armour's first guys.
I mean, I know he switched swing coaches, and that's when things kind of went downhill. But I mean, I don't know. It's hard to stay at that number one spot in
Yeah.
the world. I mean, especially at the 2016 Masters after that happened.
Yeah.
It's just tough to get back from that.
So tell me a little bit about being a student athlete and being a golfer. We've talked to wrestlers, we've talked to football players, basketball players. What's different?
golf's pretty hard because like other sports like basketball or football, it's like later in the day. But golf, you're missing complete days where you're not getting much work done unless you're going morning and working out late at night.
Right.
And so it's definitely harder with all the absences that we have. And
But you don't hate that, right?
no. Need a day off every now and then. So
Gotcha. Ethan?
It's definitely easier as a senior, I will say, because we
Right.
don't have as much work. But like when I was a junior, ooh,
It's grind. Oh, you
Yeah.
mentioned earlier grind.
yeah, it's
Just
you just have to do it.
Right.
I mean, I think that's the hardest part for someone is like getting home after a tournament and wanting to do something.
what are golf trips like? We got to be a little different. Obviously, you guys mentioned in the other earlier, maybe we talked about it. This year's team, 23 golfers out this year.
Yeah, so golf trips really, I mean, it really depends how Trey's feeling. I'm going to be honest because, so last year for our Dalhousie trip, we stayed in 2 different hotels, and it was like a 4-day trip.
Dalhousie?
Yeah, because then we had a tournament at Jeff City, and then we went up to Dalhousie the next morning, and then we played Dalhousie on a Wednesday morning, and then we stayed Wednesday night at a hotel in West Plains, and we went and played Mountain Grove on Thursday morning.
Gotcha.
So that trip was pretty fun. In that trip, he took 6 people. So it was our 5 varsity players last year, and then Trustin Cox got to come with us. So it was kind of nice to have another golfer come with us to watch us.
That's cool. So, for those watching and who don't know, and I want to get into this because I know something you guys both talked about that's coming up over spring break. What is that like? Does that have a title? Is
Our match play?
Yeah, the match play. Is
It's
this
just
something
like
it does every year?
the Alumni versus high schoolers, I think is what he likes to call it. That'll be fun. Levi Collins versus Coach Hicks. That's going to be the match of the. That's going to be the match of the whole.
Is it what about that one that makes it the match?
So, 2 years ago, Hicks beat Levi.
Okay.
In it, and so now they've been at the simulator, and Levi's talking trash to Hicks. Hicks talks it back to Levi. It's pretty funny.
Gotcha.
And they're like building it up, so it's like everyone's wanting to watch it. So, and I think Levi's gonna have to give some strokes to Hicks.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
My name is Jaysha Connor, owner and nurse practitioner here at Ginger Wellness. I believe that sometimes healthcare does too much, and I believe that's where wellness centers can really bridge that gap and really give people some confidence in natural ways, healthier ways, to really improve quality of life and to get healthy.
We want to feel better and live better lives. It's not about quantity, it's a lot about quality of your life.
Ginger Wellness is where I went to get my quality of life back.
Speaking of, you mentioned the simulator. We want to give a shout out to True Swing.
Oh yeah,
because,
they've been amazing.
right. So tell us, obviously we talked about weather. That late February, early March time frame is it might be like today, 70 degrees and sunny, or it could be 27 and rain.
Yeah.
You guys have another tool in your toolkit with the simulator. So tell us a little bit about that and some of the things you've taken away from that.
It's definitely great having a simulator to go to, and it's always a nice break from the course. Like, you're still getting your work in, you're getting your swings in, and you're having fun with your guys when you're there. So it's definitely a lot of fun.
You better on the real course or on the simulator?
I think I'm better on the real course,
Right.
but it's either way. It just depends on the day. You know?
Gotcha.
It's amazing. He can book us any day.
Right.
Like, he just has to be there.
Right.
But I got a membership myself. So, I mean, some nights me and Lucas, Tyree, we went at midnight one night and we stayed till 3 in the morning. And we were just hitting balls. Because we had a tee time the next morning.
Gotcha.
I mean, they've been super nice, too. I mean, the guy called us and helped us at 1 in the morning with the simulator.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, it's just like, they're putting a lot of time and effort, and they've just been really good to all of us, high schoolers.
And like we talked about, giving you the chance to get those extra swings in. You
Yeah.
guys, obviously golf is determined on the weather a lot. Now with options like the simulator, you get those chances because I don't know, we see student athletes have to work it year round. Baseball players are over in the gym, doing their thing, getting their swings in, getting their pitches in. football guys in the weight room, all those sort of things. So, what is that like as a student athlete? Tell us a little bit about how you guys practice, both Ethan and Jake.
So after school, we always go out to the course, and even like during off season, we're always out there. Like you'll see us all out there grinding away, and golf's not only just like a sport we go to because we're good at it, but we all love the sport more than it's like our life basically. So we're always out at the course practicing.
Ethan, I know you've talked about your swing coach and different things.
That's,
What's practice like? Tell me, give me a rundown of practice for you, or a day in the life of Ethan.
well, it just depends. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a morning person.
All right, fair.
So I wake up like around 10:30 or 11. And then it's normally straight to the course.
Straight to the course.
Just get the swings on. But normally, with my swing coach, he likes to do lessons in the morning because it's easier for us to get on the course.
Right.
And it's say I'm struggling with my driver that week, I'll hit drivers with them and try to get that back on.
How many times do you think you swing a club a week? Average.
It's got to be in the thousands.
Thousands?
It's got to be.
How much has your swing changed from Ethan as a freshman to Ethan as a senior? Constantly working on it, or is it more?
I'm constantly working on it, but I don't think it's changed a ton. I think I use more lower body now than I do just like my
upper body.
Yeah.
Are you seeing distances improve?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
seeing more power?
Oh yeah, I've gained I think almost 50 yards of carry, if anything.
Gotcha. What do you work on in your swing or in your game particularly?
I have a golf coach, Zach Hines. He's my swing coach, and I like to work my wedges a lot with him because my short game has always been a bit of a struggle for me.
Right.
But when I'm with him, he's always teaching me new things and helping me with my swing to get me right before season.
Feel like it's right?
I feel like it's good right now. I like it. So,
Feel good.
I do.
What kind of ball you use?
I'm using a Pro V1 right now.
Okay.
But I might switch to TP5 mid-season if it's not working out for me.
Is it why the Pro V1?
I always like the feel of the core of the ball, and the cover of it was always it felt very nice. It felt grippier than a TP5 for me personally, but everybody has their preference. So
I've never bought a Pro V1, but I've lost a lot of Pro V1s.
Yeah, it's really just honestly when you get into golf balls like Titleist and TaylorMade, it's more of a preference for yourself.
Right.
Some people say they spin the TP5 more than they do the Pro V1. So,
Let's get into the mental game of golf, because I think as much as important as hitting it straight and maintaining a swing and contact with the ball, the mental side of it. How do you guys Ethan first, how do you embrace the mental side of golf?
Trey's helped me so much with the mental game over the years. Freshman year, I'm not gonna lie, my mental game was terrible. I would get mad if I made a bogey.
Right.
I'd probably get mad if I made a par, if I'm being honest. But over the years, Trey's just kind of told me it's grinding. You make a bogey, go make a birdie. And you have to have that in golf, because if you give up on one hole, it's going to carry over for the next 4 to 5 holes. Instead of just letting that hole go and then playing 4 to 5 holes how you know how to play and not being just absolutely mad about making a stupid bogey, if not a stupid double, if anything. You just have to keep your head down.
Gotcha. Jake?
Like he said, Trey's always out there with us, and when he's on us, when he's with us on the holes, he's not only there to help us with the golf aspect, but mainly the mental aspect. If we're having trouble with our mental game, he'll be there to give us some reassurance, and he also he's a very good coach, and I just think he's helped me a lot with my mental game, as well as my my actual golf game itself too.
Gotcha. So, what are you looking forward to most for for this year, and propelling you into junior and senior year?
This year I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping to get a couple more wins under my belt this year, and then I hope we also make it a state as well. Going to state as a team would be amazing.
Ethan?
My whole goal is to win state as an individual and a team. I mean, that would just cap off
Gotcha.
my 4 years. But I think our biggest team goal is, like I said, get revenge at districts.
Right.
And I feel like we can.
You feel like you're peaking at the right time? You feel like it's coming together?
Oh yeah. I mean, summer helped me a lot too.
Right.
Getting that confidence from summer tournaments,
Gotcha.
playing good in those.
Which tournament, which match are you looking forward to this year? Which course, I guess? How about that?
Definitely looking forward to Dalhousie. I got second there last year, shooting 1 under. Kind of want to. I'd like to go win that tournament more than any.
What will it take to win that one?
I would say if I shoot 1 or 2 under again, I would win it.
Gotcha.
I feel like. Because the kid that won it last year graduated, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
So I feel like.
What about that course? Is it just a nice course? Is there some challenging holes?
All the holes are challenging. I mean, you go hit the range and it can be non-windy, and there's like a gate that you enter to that golf course, and the wind changes. It's super weird how it works, but like, it wasn't windy on the range when we were practicing there last year, and we had 15, 20 mile an hour wind on the first tee. There.
Oh wow, something changes.
Something has to, but
Gotcha.
it's super nice course.
Jake, which tournament, which course you looking forward to the most?
I'm definitely looking forward to conference again. You know, I'd like to go back to back, of course, and I'd like our team to also go back to back. That'd be a very good achievement for us. And I'm also looking forward to districts because I gotta get my get back. You know, last year rough time at districts. This year, hopefully making it to state would be a big goal of mine.
Gotcha. Favorite. We're in this with some fun stuff. Favorite golf apparel.
Golf apparel. Ooh.
What brand?
Ooh, that's tough. Probably I like Nike, but Adidas is a close second for me.
Gotcha. Ethan.
I'm good all the way.
Good.
Good.
That's a brand.
Yeah, so they started on YouTube. Now they have apparel, and it's super nice apparel. I love it.
Gotcha. What kind of clubs you swing?
I swing Ping blueprints in the irons, and then I swing Ping S59 wedges, and then I swing TaylorMade
Gotcha.
QI10 woods.
Jake.
I also have Ping Blueprint irons. I have Titleist Vokey wedges, and I have QI10 driver and 3-wood.
Awesome. One thing we always like to talk about, I know you guys have an incredible support system. Tell us a little bit about your families and kind of what they've done to help, and give mom and dad a quick shout out if you can.
I was gonna say they've been there for everything. They've been there since I was 7 playing
Right.
competitive, and they come to everything in high school. I mean, if dad's not, dad even gives his call out. So like he gets his call taken care of to come to tournaments
Right.
in the spring and the summer. So they've done everything for me. Definitely couldn't be here without them. There's no way. So, and even driving me up to lessons when I was a freshman and sophomore when I couldn't drive.
Right.
It's been insane.
I know they're big fans and they've been there and
Yep.
they're big support. Jake.
I couldn't be here as well without my parents. My dad, he's always sacrificed. You know, golf's not the cheapest sport, and it's
Right.
definitely not like the closest sport to our area. So the traveling and the money spent that he sacrificed for me is definitely helped me throughout my career. And my mom, she always helped out with a lot of my golf balls, my tees, any golf stuff I needed. She's definitely there to help me with it.
Are you 16 now and can drive yourself?
Yes, I can.
I bet they enjoy that, don't they?
Yeah, they're worried about me, but they trust me enough to where.
Well, guys, one last question. Lebanon, Great Life Golf and Country Club, big help, big supporter of the program.
Yeah.
Favorite hole. And keep in mind, I'm confused because I haven't played a bunch since they switched it all.
Yeah, they switched
But
them.
if you had to go out right now and play one hole and do it right, what hole you playing?
I've always liked hole 3,
Okay.
the par 3 with his grandparents' house on the right and the water on the left. You know,
Okay.
I've had some very good times there, and I've also had some very bad times there. So that's probably one of my favorite holes.
All right, Ethan.
Definitely hole 7. It's the old
Okay.
16, the
old-
sinkhole.
The sinkhole.
Yeah, I made a hole one when I was 9 on that hole, and it's kind of just like it's like our signature hole at
Right.
Lebanon, and then I like the par 5, hole 12. It's the old hole 3 over like the trees.
Over the trees with the elevated green.
Me and Lucas have a good memory on that hole. I made an albatross with him there.
Oh, wow.
So, and Lucas, I was gonna say shout out to Lucas. I mean, I couldn't be here without him either. So he's always keeping me like on my toes about golf. He's always there for me.
He's a bit of a nerd too, from what I've gotten to know.
Yeah.
He pretty analytical. I
was
think.
gonna say he caddied for me over the summer, and I mean, he kind of shocked me. He was a good caddy. So can't wait for this summer.
Well, guys, we're excited. Maybe we'll get a chance to get out on the golf course with you and have a little fun, kind of show what golf's like. Anybody you want to thank, shout out, make fun of, tease?
I'd like to thank my golf coach. You know, he's always been there for me, and he's a great caddy for me. He's very good, and I couldn't be here without him either.
I was gonna say shout out to my golf coach, and yeah, I mean that's about it. Shout out to golf coach. Shout out to Trey too. Couldn't be here without him. There's no way.
I know he pours into you guys, and it's a long grind and it's a grueling season, but we're excited for you. Thank you both for taking some time today and sitting down and kind of having a little fun.
No problem. It was fun.
When's first golf match?
Over spring break.
So 2 weeks.
It's like March 27th. Yeah, something like that.
Awesome. Well, we'll be paying attention. We'll be looking out for you guys, and best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, go Jackets.
Yep, go Jackets.
Go Jackets.
All right.
Welcome to Jacket Talk on LEB TV.